It's 27-23 at the half. In favor of Frederick Douglass. Now Bryan Station lead remains at 1 as Amari Owens misses the second one. Talbert challenged by Sanford. Good competition there between those two. Driving is Surratt. Bottled up by Owens, but got it back outside.
Good middle drive by Surratt, but good help by the defenders.
Talbert looks in, but nobody to go to. They're still out on the perimeter. Surratt has it out there now. His team down by 1, guarded by Owens. It's a nice drive down the left side of the lane, and defense supplied by Adams. Saved in the corner. Tate Robinson has it, and did he go back and forth?
I thought he did.
Back over the line, I should say,
I didn't know if they were going to call it a deflection, but I think that's a good call by Raymond Lightfoot. You know, he got both hands on the ball, secured it, and then put it on the floor and stepped across. So probably was the correct call.
Bryan Station has it after the turnover. And it comes to Amari Owens. .13 in the ball game for Owens now, unofficially.
Douglas sticking with that man-to-man here in the second half.
Owens
nice
back
give
to
and go.
Adams. Can't finish, but there is Ethan Owens again. He got 6 here in the third quarter.
Second chance points, Keith. I just think it's going to be just one of the big things that can be the over-the-top for Station if they can keep getting some of them.
And the lead is 3 for Bryan Station. Surratt looking for a step, can't find the advantage. Now into the lane he goes, across the lane, puts it up. Not there, but a foul.
Probably did. Adams was in the right spot, but he just needed to keep his hands, instead of being in front of his body, keep them out or up. Looks like they're going to give it to him under the basket.
First foul on Adams, first on Bryan Station in this third quarter. A shot from outside, no good by Surratt, and Amari Owens is off with it. In the corner to Sanford. Now Adams in good shape. Nice fake and
great footwork. Great footwork by Adams. Here comes Station applying a little bit of full court pressure. Nothing crazy, but they've extended it a little more than what they did in the first half.
Talbert breaks free and goes down the lane and lays it in.
Can't give a man a straight line drive. That was downhill with no help. The help was there, but they just didn't slide over.
That was, put you in mind of Dakar Talbert on the football field. He would hit the hole, and then he really accelerates, and he really accelerated that time.
He did. He found that seam.
.32-29 Station.
Got a 5-out set right now. They're just going to sit and wait.
Now Adams comes out as Ethan Owens heads for the corner.
They keep doing this, somebody's going to bring up that shot clock again.
Bryan Station in no hurry as we near the halfway point of the third quarter. Defenders lead by 3. Want to draw the defense out now. Owens drives, dishes to Adams, can't make the shot. Barber with the follow, but Adams got fouled.
Good strong take. Good dish off to him, and way to take it strong, and don't swing it around. Just take it on up there and do with it what you want. Make them foul you. If you do that, it'll make somebody have to have contact that'll make that ref call it.
Foul was the first on Impiana, and he leaves the lineup. Adams hits the first and the second.
Good stroke by Adams on the line. It's all that length. That's nice to see.
34-29. Defenders have opened up a 5-point lead with a strong third quarter to Talbert with the long one.
It's a tough shot.
Surratt way up for the rebound. And it clears it to Talbert.
Great rebound by Surratt. Just went and got it.
Off the hands of Robinson, but Bryan Station's Barber knocked it out of bounds.
Barber, he knew that was coming. He, again, we spoke in the girls' game. You see some of them players every now and then, they just play in the future. He had a sense that was going to happen before it did.
Jimmy Dick in the ball game, number 30 for Frederick Douglass. Floats it in backcourt to Surratt. That's Dick out front. Now Surratt backing out. How have they been able to contain him so well here recently, Tim?
Well, they really doing a good job of getting in that help, especially when Surratt has the ball. They got one guy that's not helping, and that is the guy on Robinson right there.
Nice fake by Dick. Baseline jumper misses. Rebound, a battle for it, and knocked away from Surratt. A lot of activity in there.
Surratt doing a good job going to the offensive glass, that's for sure.
2:40 to go in the third.
They'll stand and wait again until the trap happens, and then what they'll do is out of that trap, attack.
Sanford drives into a gap and then gets back outside. There's the long shot by Ethan. No one's not there.
Yeah.
And foul on the rebound.
Back.
That's on Barber.
Barber had his hand, had a forearm kind of in the guy's back in front of him and was kind of easing him up under the basket. That'll be a rebound foul every time.
Back into the ball game for Bryan Station is Braden Payne, number 2 in green. Robinson out high, now Cohen out high.
Got a little triangle game right here. Cohen, good inside out.
In the corner to Dick, and now back outside to Surratt.
Nice little set, but well defended by Bryan Station.
Under 2 minutes to go. Cohen looks in toward the lane, finds Robinson. There's the layup.
Same play. They've scored on that about 4 different times, 3 in the first half, and it comes from Cohen to Robinson. Off that little curl from Robinson.
Owens had it knocked away. Surratt came up with it. Here's Cohen. (34-33) now as Douglass rallies, and they want a timeout now for Bryan Station. 1:32 to go in the third quarter. Bryan Station 34, Frederick Douglass 33. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Tim Glenn, Keith Elkins, Tim Glenn with you from Frederick Douglass High School with 1:32 to go in the third quarter, 34-33. Bryan Station leading, but Douglass, a nice rally here in the last couple of minutes, Tim.
Man, I tell you, it's flurries. You get those. Mm-hmm. You just get 5-6 points one way, 5-6 points another way. Both teams doing a good job of challenging one another and executing at the same time.
Drive along the baseline by Sanford. Tried to make the pass back in. It was deflected away. Out of bounds to Bryan Station with 1:21 to go. Third quarter. Douglass led it 27-23 at the half.
Bryan Station's got to keep looking to get that ball into Adams some. He's just doing a good job. Had a couple of great footwork moves there earlier and allowed for easy scores around the basket.
Adams
There's
fakes.
a touch right there.
Got it to Payne. Extra step for Payne, and the turnover will give it back to Douglass.
Got to dribble it. That's what the rule book says. You're supposed to dribble it while you move both feet.
Yeah, and they were defending that screen out there out front. Was Dick was running up from the right side, so they were really rushing at him to defend that offense started by Bryan Station, with Owens having the ball out front. Under a minute to go, third quarter, 1-point lead for the visitors. Bryan Station.
Little dribble weave. Looking back
at the
door and a
post.
handoff.
There goes Surratt driving in. Shot is
Good
blocked
job.
away, but that'll be a foul.
Good strong attack. Good set by Coach Garvin. Really, that weave at the beginning is not to score at all. It's basically to move the defense side to side and just kind of and then get a quick hitter set up, and good handoff from Cohen to get a drive to the basket for Surratt.
Second foul on Ethan Owens. Surratt. It's his first scoring of the second half. Unofficially 14 for him. Gets the second.
Toby Robinson checks in.
Toby Robinson in for Tate Robinson. Barber will play it in for Bryan Station, and the lead now belongs to Frederick Douglass.
All right, Douglass going
after
a
the free throws.
1-2-2.
Ball knocked away from Adams, out of bounds. It'll go to Bryan Station. The Douglass fans not happy with that call. He tried to put it on the floor. A little too much traffic around there.
Yeah, he might have kicked it, but I believe it did go off a Douglass player before it went out of bounds.
Into Sanford.
Douglass back to the man, but they're going to run at him.
They rushed Jimmy Dick at him from the right wing. Long one by Sanford.
That's a tough shot.
That one goes all the way out of bounds off the rim, and it'll go over to Frederick Douglass. Broncos in the lead with 15.6 seconds to go in the third quarter. Here comes Surratt, just 10 seconds to go now.
Gonna get the last one right here. Just early enough to tap one in. Uh-oh.
Down the middle he goes,
Yes, sir.
trying to go up with it. Draws the foul.
That's probably a good thing somebody did foul him, because that thing right there was going to be on the news tonight. No doubt.
First one on Amari Owens. Fourth one on Bryan Station, but this is a shooting foul anyway, and it'll be Surratt at the line. First one short. Yeah, he was cranked up and ready to throw that one down.
Yeah, he knew where he was going with that one.
Surratt 2 for 3 from the line. Here is Kaiser back in the ball game for Bryan Station, and Barber goes out. 3.1 seconds in the third. Surratt hits the second one. Now Toby Robinson back into the game for Frederick Douglass. Tate Robinson out. And it's Kaiser to throw the long pass down there, and hit the beam above the floor.
Oh, man. That's got to be frustrating the coach right there. It's got to be frustrating to Coach Liggins. Right thing to do at 3 seconds. You want to get it down the floor and have a chance to get a shot off. And, man.
They had Kaiser throwing the long pass back in the first half, too. So he was in there to do that. But well, they say too much air under it. In that case, too much altitude. Now subs for Bryan Station as Roberts and Barber are back in, replacing Ethan Owens and Oliver Kaiser. 3.1 seconds for Douglass to do something with it. They lead by 2, 36-34.
This could be big. They get them plenty of time to get a shot off right here. Get a screen, get you a good one.
When it comes to Surratt, step back three on the way, no good. Heavy pressure there, and he had to let it go with time running out. We've reached the end of the third quarter with the score. Frederick Douglass 36, Bryan Station 34. Back with the fourth quarter in just a moment on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Start of the fourth quarter. Frederick Douglass up by 2. Tim, what does each team need to stress as we go into this fourth quarter with a 2-point margin?
I mean, Bryan Station doesn't need to start getting desperate. It's a 2-point game and this, that, and the other. And I know, again, just that was Douglas's time to flurry. Now, Bryan Station still has to keep delivering some flurries of their own and keep Surratt from his drive. Douglas doing a great job executing. Let's see what they do right here.
Start the fourth quarter with the Douglas possession.
Good
Driving
move
down the lane. Jimmy Dick.
Great move, great finish.
Got it to go, 38-34. Dick, 6'1" junior. Nice drive and got the 2 points.
All right, looks like Douglas is going back now. They got the 4-point lead. They're going back to that 2-3 where they're sitting a little further back, if you will. Being ahead rather than down, Station's not going to sit and hold it.
Mari Owens bounce pass in the corner to Adams.
Yeah, keep looking. Don't just settle for a shot.
Owens tries to find a gap and gives it off to Adams underneath.
Yep.
Shot blocked, but it'll be a foul on Cohen, I believe. And it'll be on Wade.
That's his second of the game.
Second on Wade.
Yeah, I think Cohen did a good job of staying in front of him, contesting the shot. But I think Wade kind of reached in and got him from the side right there.
Adams, second free throw good.
Good drop off from Amari Owens to get him that shot. All right, here comes Station, gonna try to turn the issue. Oh, yes, sir.
Station
Believe
wanted
he got
the
to.
offensive foul, and
Believe he got to.
they will call
It's
it.
a great job by Sanford. Beat him to the spot. Felt that forearm and just he played into it a little bit. That's part of it.
That's the third foul on Thurman Wade. He will leave the ball game as Tate Robinson comes back in. 38-35, Douglas on top, but now Bryan Station has the basketball back. Sanford to Adams along the baseline. Sanford will take the long one. Rebound fought for.
Man.
Another attempt by Ethan Owens. Now a scramble for it. Sanford's got it again. The lob to Adams. He lays it in.
Great pass. Way to stay with it. Second chance points. Bryan Station's going to have to get a few here. That could be their flurry.
Cuts the lead to 1 at 6:45 to go in this fourth quarter. 38-37. Douglas on top and with the ball. Owens and Surratt, some bumping near midcourt. That'll go against Owens.
Probably did.
Foul is against Amari Owens. That's his second.
2 on Amari.
Second on Owens. We'll get Dakari Talbert back in the game. Replacing Toby Robinson. was the first team foul on Bryan Station in this fourth quarter. Start shooting 2 free throws on the 5th team foul in each quarter.
Look for that handoff again.
Tate Robinson drives but gets cut off. Got it to Dick and then back to Robinson. Here's an opening for Cohen, and the shot slapped away by Owens, but that'll be another foul.
That's one of those where Adams has got to stay in that play, even if he doesn't steal a basketball. If you don't steal it, you still got to guard. So when you miss that steal and go out of the play, your team's playing 5-on-4. Doesn't usually end well, and that'll put Cohen at the line for 2 of them.
He hits the first one. Nate Cohen just 35% from the line, but looked good on that one.
Did look good, 35%.
Second shot off the front rim. 39-37, Douglas.
Good skip.
Owens to the corner. Sanford puts up the floater. Adams got it, couldn't get the second try. Battle for it now. Ahead, Robinson to Cohen. And then in the corner, here is Dick with the shot. No good, and the rebound to Adams.
That would have been big.
Score holds at 39-37. Sanford lets it go.
Here's where we're going to go up and down a little bit. Going to go up and down. That's a quick shot. Those kind are great if they go in. Sanford hits a big one.
3-pointer for Sanford. Lawrence Sanford puts Bryan Station in front, 40-39. Cohen on the drive. And back out in front to Talbert. In the corner it goes Dick again with a jumper. This one goes in.
You got to admire the response. That response from Dick right there, just because you miss one, he gets another look about the same way, slightly contested really, and I mean just hits a big one.
42-40. Douglas back in front after the 3-pointer by Jimmy Dick. And we get a foul at the Bryan Station end.
Foul is against Jimmy Dick. That's his first.
Don't want to be careful. We have some bad fouls within this in this time, because that's going to put somebody in a shooting situation earlier than they should.
Dick's first foul, team's third. We got a timeout for Bryan Station. 4:56 to go. 42-40. Frederick Douglass on top. We'll be right back on Glycon.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, Tim, we have a 2-point game here with 4:56 to go, and we've seen it go back and forth, and each of these teams has some players who can shoot the three, and that can just make such a huge difference with the math, if nothing else at this point, because Dick hit a big shot for Frederick Douglass, and Sanford has hit one for Bryan Station, and just back and forth they go. And it's been like this most of the night, really.
Both teams had great contributions off the bench and throughout their 5 that's on the floor. You know, I thought not Amari Owens, but the other Owens, Ethan Owens, just has done a lot of things about getting his hands on rebounds and deflections, and got a lot of balls down around the basket, a couple of putbacks. So, I mean, there's just been a lot of contributors. Big shot by Sanford in the corner, and Adams to go along with Owens. 2 great scoring threats on Station's side.
Owens operating on the left wing now. Inside to Ethan Owens. Back out to Amari into the lane. Jumper on the way. Didn't settle into the basket, and off of the rebound is Cohen. Here's Surratt in the open court.
Wow. Explosive to the rim, off the bounce. impressive finish by Mr. Surratt.
4-point lead for Douglas. That fires the big Douglas crowd up. Now a steal. Surratt's got it. Bounce pass to Talbert. And the layup.
Pretty good flurry. Bryan Station's going to have to shut it off. Coach Liggins going to get a timeout.
He calls the timeout with 4:10 to go. The defensive play turned into 2 for Douglas, and Douglas leads it now 46-40. We'll take a break and be right back on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Sunshine Pools, your BioGuard dealer. Weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Sunshine Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
46-40, Douglas in the lead with 4:10 to go. And Tim, now we do have a little bit of a gap between the two teams. Bryan Station had to settle things down. What do they need to do going forward?
Well, they're going to have to pressure them a little bit. They're going to have to do it without fouling, that's for sure. Although, you know, they just got to get they got to get out and get going before Douglas gets set up defensively. Douglas has made it really hard for Bryan Station to score points tonight. You know, when they did, it's been a lot of, like we talked about, the second chance points and the drives from Amari. But other than that, against this 2-3, it's been tough for them to find points and ways to score.
Owens out front. There's Torrance Sanford. Bryan Station averaging 66 a game. They have 40 on the board right now.
I do think they're going to have to keep looking for Adams. Adams got to keep flashing in that middle, working to an open spot.
Sanford sinks
another
the
big
long
dagger.
one.
Sanford's been doing that since he was young over at Bryan Station.
Just like that, the lead is cut in half, 46-43.
Stop in the bucket and we can be tied up.
Getting after Talbert now. They're really going at it near midcourt. Off to Cohen. Got a step on Ethan Owens with Surratt and then a steal.
Turnover.
Here's Amari Owens.
Yep.
Headed for the basket and draws the foul.
You know, in that situation, too, you had Sanford was ahead of it right there a little bit. Amari probably could have bounced it to him. That's probably the right decision. Keep it in his hands and let him go ahead and do what he does.
Yeah, that's one of those things where it might be the right decision for a lot of guys to pass, but if you're Amari Owens, you can really take it to the basket better than most people. And so now Owens steps to the line. 61% free throw shooter coming in. (46-44). Bryan Station, after trailing by 6, has answered with a three-pointer and a free throw, and one more free throw to come for Amari Owens. Got that one too, and now it's a one-point ball game, and Station applies the pressure.
Applying that pressure, like I said, going to have to speed them up a little bit. Keep getting some extra possessions that way, but they got to keep getting stops.
Marcus Surratt has really had to work tonight. He drives down the lane, misses the shot with Adams defending, and Owens came up with it, got it to Adams. Here's Adams leading the break, off to Barber, driving hard, laid it off too hard. But he was fouled. He'll go to the line.
Again, another one of those situations. Guy just takes the ball strong, kind of no Euro stepping or moving the ball around, just going strong to the basket, and just it forces that referee to call a foul.
Kamani Barber limited at the free throw line this year, 1 out of 2, and gets a good roll on the first one. And we are tied now at 46-46.
0-0. 2 minutes 52 to go.
That's right. That's right. You have to look at it that way. Might as well be 0-0.
Yeah,
it's 46 all. Thurman Wade back in the ball game for Douglas. Barber misses the second shot.
All right, here we go.
Surratt has it.
Last 2:50. We'll see where the flurry falls.
Well, they used to play 3-minute overtimes a long time ago.
Yep, that's right.
Got that situation now with clock ticking down to 2:35.
Weak
Steal
pass.
by Owens, and he lays it in.
Station goes up 2 again. Needed some of those easy points where it's not execution. It's steal and transition, rebound transition, maybe a second chance point rebound. Those are the things right now that Bryan Station, they're going to have to keep fueling on that offensively.
8 straight points for Bryan Station. They lead at 48-46. Clock ticking down toward the 2-minute mark. Surratt into the lane against Adams. Now Talbert looking for help. Pass batted down. He got in a little trouble there and couldn't get rid of it.
Yep.
Station's got it.
I had a junior pro coach. He always tell you, say, never jump in there and throw a pass. Throw your pass off the floor. Douglas really extended out. Oh, really extended out wide now. Wide and long, waiting on that pass.
Tried to come back across, and Surratt stepped in, got the deflection, couldn't quite get the steal. Now here's Jimmy Dick back up off the bench for
Bryan
Frederick
Station
Douglass.
with a timeout, I think.
Okay, now we got Cohen and
Nope.
Toby Robinson back in for Frederick Douglass.
Bryan Station can't play not to lose. They're still going to have to be somewhat aggressive. There's too much time to just stand and try to pass the ball around. You'll have to be the aggressor to a certain degree. That's not going to be an option. Douglas not going to let you stand and pass it.
131, Thurman Wade comes up to challenge Owens. That's quite a matchup there. Lawrence Sanford. Toby Robinson looked for the opportunity to double team.
Uh-oh. Wade about left Amari. He saw the guy's back.
Owens driving but was fouled over on the sideline.
I believe that's the 6th foul. If it is, he'll be shooting.
Wade with his 4th foul, and that is the 5th on Douglas.
5th.
So here comes Amari Owens to the free throw line.
Again, like I mentioned earlier, a couple of bad fouls in a quarter, especially late, can come back to haunt you because it gets them into a foul situation, being down 2. Bryan Station is not in the bonus.
Owens now 5 out of 8 from the free throw line. Stands in for one more. And that one's a little too hard. But
Wow.
it's Adams who comes
Big
up with the
rebound.
rebound. Now a steal. Down court to Surratt.
Oh, called it on the floor. Raymond Lightfoot calls that one on the floor. Probably the right call. Slapped at the ball while he was about on the block area. Hadn't went up yet, but I don't know that he wasn't in the form of going up, which normally they'll give you 2. Man, big call right there. If you go from the initial contact to that may have been a little earlier than the shot for sure.
It looked like Surratt was going to have a game-tying basket right there.
Yeah. That's actually a great foul by Amari Owens in that situation because, you know, if he fouls early enough right there, they've got to take it out rather than give 2 points and even the possible and 1. So that really worked out well for Bryan Station. They're going to have to really do a good job. Coach Garvin, it'll be curious to see what he draws up right here, having a timeout, down 2, OB under situation.
48-46 is the score. We're under a minute to go now. 58.4. Not surprising at all that it came down to this. Bryan Station with the 2-point lead right now.
Again, 50 seconds in the 4th quarter of a game such as this, that can be a long time and a lot of happenings that go on during that 50 seconds right there. A lot of those flurries that we mentioned earlier from both teams.
It'll be Dick to play it in.
Bryan Station still with a foul to give. Uh-oh.
And the pass picked off by Sanford, and then,
wow,
a foul on Surratt.
Tried to get it out there. I think Wade broke open pretty early right there in that exchange. They could have got it to him. Bryan Station's going to have Sinky's free throws. Sanford's an excellent shooter.
Sanford steps to the line. And misses the second. Now Douglas trailing by 3. Surratt down the lane, puts it up and in.
Tough move, tough finish.
So now Frederick Douglass takes a timeout, and we'll take one too. 45.8 seconds to go. 49 for Bryan Station, 48 for Frederick Douglass. Stay with us. We'll be right back on Glycod.
Leaves and other dirt and grime are no match against the experts at Suntime Pools. Your BioGuard dealer, weekly service, computerized water testing, or just need advice. Our reputation has made us the company of choice for all your pool needs. Visit us today for a full line of BioGuard swimming pool products. Suntime Pools.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hello?
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn. Scott Moore is our producer. Leslie Moore, our videographer tonight. And we have had a terrific basketball game here at Frederick Douglass High School. The Bryan Station defenders leading over Frederick Douglass 49-48.
Bryan Station missing, I guess, three of their last four free throws. Coach Hicks had a famous saying. He said there's two things that's not around long. It's teams that miss free throws and dogs that chase cars. So
That's right.
you got to make them free throws.
I can hear him saying it.
That's right.
Comes into Adams. Big man handling the ball. Got it to Sanford.
Great ball fake.
And now
Pass.
Owens. So he tried to sneak it down there, and too much traffic, and Douglass has it. 30 seconds to go. Douglass down by 1. Surratt on the drive. Gets cut off. And a whistle and a foul.
Still a foul to give for Station. They're not in the bonus yet.
Ethan Owens charged with the foul, his third. Fourth on the team. Most people standing. We're having to stand now. Got blocked out of the action a moment ago. Here's a shot by Robinson. Won't go. And then a foul after Bryan Station gathers in the rebound. That
Pretty
comes
good
with 16.5 seconds to go. Well, he pulled the trigger pretty quickly there, but he had a good look at it.
He did. Pretty good look from Robinson. I mean, heck, it's a 8-9 foot jumper right there. Not really contested that much. You take that. Broncos will take that shot. That's a good shot by Robinson. He gets it again. He should shoot it again. Adams needs to be tough when he rebounds that basketball over there. They're all going to be coming at it.
Adams, a big free throw, makes it 50-48. He's now 3 out of 5 from the line. 6'6" senior. Could put his team up by 3. And he does.
Big. That's big.
And a quick timeout. Bryan Station takes the timeout. We'll take it with 16.5 seconds to go. 51-48 defenders. We'll be right back on Glycod.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball on Glycod.
.5 seconds, that's all that's left in this one. 51-48. Bryan Station has built a 3-point lead after trailing 46-40, so they really had to climb out of a little bit of a hole there.
They did. They, it's both teams have answered runs all game long. It's kind of been the one who had the run at the end. Bryan Station, 16 seconds left. I don't rule Douglas out of a run even with 16 seconds.
Champ Ligon getting in a few last-second words with his team before he sends them back out.
Davis has done a good job on Surratt here in the second half. Just really made it tough on him, made him score over top of him, and sometimes it's as simple as that.
Tate Robinson to play it in, comes into Surratt.
I'd run and trap him.
Down the lane he goes and gets the layup. And a quick timeout for Frederick Douglass. That comes with 7.9 seconds to go. He got 2.
Plenty of time.
And they still trail by 1, but yeah, he got it quickly, didn't he? That was the key.
Got it quick.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. They may check that clock because I'm not too sure that a couple of more pieces of a second didn't roll off. I know they can do that. Yes, they did. Put it back to 8.4.
It wasn't 7.9.
Yeah, I thought it might have kind of rolled a little bit when the whistle blew. So they're filling that in, filling the Bryan Station staff in. Gave him another about 0.4 or half a second.
Crowd quiet for just a moment, but they haven't been quiet very often tonight.
No, they
just are waiting these final seconds. A 51-50 lead for Bryan Station. Not many empty seats in the house tonight here at Frederick Douglass, and they have been on their feet for much of the game and really enjoying a terrific display of basketball by two excellent teams.
Great basketball game. Little bit of a chess match as well between these two coaches.
There we go with Amari Owens set to throw it in. 8.4 on the clock. Looking, he got it into Adams.
That's who I'd get it to. That Joker's hit some free throws for you.
Yeah, Tate Robinson right there fouled him. Third foul on Tate Robinson, but the big thing now is 6.7 seconds. That's all that's left.
Now, Douglas has one more timeout, correct?
They're showing 0 on the board.
0.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's Adams. And he sinks that free throw very calmly.
6.7 is plenty of time, even to go the length of the floor and get it too, especially for Surratt.
Jimmy Dick in there for Frederick Douglass now.
If he makes this, Surratt needs to catch that ball on the run, sweeping. Back up, catch it, sweeping. There you go.
53-50.
He got it on the run. That's
Surratt. Surratt heads to the top of the key and fires from there and hits it. Boom!
That's what a big player does. He wants the ball, makes his move, picks his shot, lets it go to tie this game on his home floor.
And we are going to overtime as DeMarcus Surratt came through absolutely with the pressure on and down by 3. He knew what he wanted to do. He dribbled right to the top of the lane. That's where he wanted to take that shot, and he just drilled it.
He did exactly like we said. You know, catch a ball, sweep it so you got your momentum. Adams is not going to get in there and get a silly foul or nothing, but just try to stay in front of him. Adams contested that shot. That was a totally contested shot, but Surratt just rose up, knew he had to make it to send his team to overtime, and he took care of business on his home floor.
And you were talking about the time that was set back on the clock, too. Yeah. I don't know that it came down to that close or not, but he knew that he had plenty of time to do what he needed to do.
Yep. Yep, and that's, length of the floor, 8 seconds on the dribble again, like he caught it just past the volleyball line there and caught it on the run. So you got to consider that's quite a bit of time. He had time to get across, make a move. Don't know that you probably, being that Surratt being the player he is, that maybe you don't second guess that and go ahead and go trap him when he crosses or even before. Make somebody else make the shot to beat you and not let it be DeMarcus Surratt.
We're going to overtime now. 53-53 the score. Cohen will stand in against Adams. DeMarcus Surratt with the drama there in the closing seconds, and Douglas gets the first possession of the overtime as Robinson brings down the tip. Talbert backs in. Robinson along the baseline, and there's a shot from Dick, and it's no good, and Tayshaun Adams has it for the defenders.
Real fine look right there for Jimmy Dick.
Amari Owens, that's Sanford on the right side. There's Owens to the left. And again, we've seen Bryan Station do this a lot tonight. Patient and looking for an entry.
Wow, great catch by Adams.
Sanford over on the left, guarded by Dick. Coming up on the 3-minute mark. Under 3 to go in the overtime. Yeah.
No sense to settle.
Yeah.
Get the shot you want.
Taking care of the basketball.
Well, if he's playing behind Adams, I can get it in there to him. It's a good place to put it.
Sanford backs it out. Now starts down the lane, makes a move and missed the layup, but the follow is good.
And a foul.
The follow by Owens is good, and a foul on top of that.
I couldn't tell who that was that slipped in there on the backside and got that. That was Amari.
I believe it was Amari, yes. And he's going to the line now. The foul on Talbert, his third.
Big rebound.
Of course, the fouls carry on over into the overtime, but this is an attempt for a convert a three-point play for Amari Owens. And it doesn't go in for him, but there is Barber, and then a foul he must have pushed off to get that rebound. Barber charged with the foul.
That foul by Barber will put Douglas on the line. They're now in the bonus.
So that comes with 2:29 to go. 55-53. Bryan Station leading, but to the line is DeMarcus Surratt. 3 for 4 from the line tonight. 70% free throw shooter. And it's a one-point ball game.
DeMarcus, he'll make a dandy player down there at Bellarmine, I believe.
That's where he's headed for his college basketball, and he ties the game at 55. He's made a verbal commitment to Bellarmine. So now we're even once again, 55-55.
All right, extending that pressure right here, making Bryan Station do something with it early. Woo!
Nearly had a deflection. There's Barber, whips it across to Sanford, drives the baseline and can't get it to fall. And the rebound brought down by Impiana, and he is fouled.
Yeah. It's hard to. You're gonna have that called on you 99% of the time in this part of the game. That's a foul, sending them to the line. It's 90 feet from the basket, 84 feet.
Impiana at the line, 3 for 4 from there this year.
Gave him the lead.
Gets the first, and Now the lead belongs to Frederick Douglass, 56-55. Second one. And that one rolls off. Bryan Station quickly attacks the other way. Here's Amari Owens. Can't quite get control of the ball, but he is fouled.
It's going to be a foul fest now. Tough. That's what he's got to do in that situation. That's an opportunity to score. Downhill, they're not setting their defense. Amari's got to try to get to that rim in that situation.
Fourth foul against Robinson, and Amari Owens hits the free throw. .56 all. 2:10 to go. Second shot in the air, and that one bounces in.
Station up one. They're going to apply that pressure again. You got to be careful. You can't foul too far from the basket. Just play to stay in front of them. You got a 1-point lead. Amari's back on Surratt.
2:05 to go. Surratt floats it to Cohen to get things started. Now Surratt driving against Owens, fakes and goes up with the right hand. Missed the shot, but a foul.
Yep, he did. He got into his body on the shot. Good control by Surratt right there to start it with that middle drive. You know, he drove middle, got 2 feet in the paint, spun back, and may have faded forward a little bit, but Maury jumped into him.
See, it may have been the 5th on Owens.
Man, if it is, he got him quick.
There. Bryan Station coaches conferring there. And they are going to have to go to the bench, and what a big play that is.
Man, you know, I didn't know that Amari had 4 fouls.
I had him with 3.
Yeah.
And he is out.
It might have been.
The end of the ball game is Elijah Bojang.
With 2 minutes to go, that might have been a tough matchup for Amari on DeMarcus.
Surratt hits it.
Tie game. Station's definitely going to have to try to work that ball into Adams offensively.
Gets both of them. .57-55. It's Doug. 58-57, I should say.
Yep.
Douglass in front. Pass almost got away, but Sanford is able to rescue it.
Adams got to get down in that middle and work. He don't need to be out here.
Short jumper by Adams, not there, but there's Barber waiting in for the rebound, then tries to put it up, and his is short. And Impiana's got it, and then passes outside. The shot no good, followed up and in by Surratt. And now it's 60-57. Minute 5 to go. Each team with 1 timeout in the overtime available to them. And a foul as Sanford drove down the middle. That's on Talbert.
Still a lot of time left, Keith.
They'll make it Surratt, his second.
Station doesn't have to start like fouling and carrying on. He make a couple free throws here. Stay solid, stay in front of them.
Sanford misses the first one.
And guard them for the first spot. They've got to just guard them.
Second try good by Sanford. .60-58 Douglass. Bakari Talbert handling the ball. Down the lane he goes, passes off to Impiana. A fake and a layup.
I like that on Douglas's part. Remain the aggressor, didn't just play to hold it and let them foul them. That's what you got to do.
62-58, 4-point lead. Now we're down to the final half minute. Driving is Adams, puts it up, going by and scores. And now Bryan Station will take their timeout. Tayshawn Adams with the basket. And now it's 62-60. Douglas will have the basketball and 26.7 seconds to go, and that seems like a long, long time for either team.
It does, and it is. In a overtime situation like this, Douglas still has one timeout left. I don't know that maybe Bryan Station don't hang on to that timeout right here during this time, and they were jumping out to take it out. You still got 26. Well, it's 2.7 seconds. No, how much time is it?
Now they're putting 27.4 up there.
27.4. So, I mean, you got time to let them get it in, and then you can foul and hang on to that timeout because you get a stop and a bucket. Now you're in a tie game situation. But either way, Bryan Station's going to have to turn the heat up a little bit right here. Don't foul right away. Play to steal it. Play to steal it first.
Two-point ball game. That's 62-60. What a game it's been. Frederick Douglass came in at 8-4. Bryan Station at 11-4 coming into tonight's game. Pressure applied by Bryan Station.
Yeah. Keep him there. Oh, I should have jumped.
Robinson works his way in. 18 seconds to
a
go.
Good free throw shooter. They're going to keep in his hands.
They give it to Talbert. They're coming after him, and there's the foul. Both Ethan Owens and Bojang were there. Bojang charged with the foul. And to the line is Talbert. 46% free throw shooter. Well, he was right there with that one.
Douglas showing some poise right there, taking the hold of that last possession. Tate Robinson did a good job. It's a smart move on Murray's part to put the ball in his hands. You got a really good defender in Adams and them on Surratt. Put the ball in his hands and then let him work with the ball a little bit. And him being a great free throw shooter like he is, take your chances that way.
Second shot missed. Bryan Station still alive. Here come the defenders. 9 seconds, 3-point game. Adams with it. Fires the long one and missed the shot. Rebound, Impiana.
Yep.
And we had a foul, I think, in the middle of the lane, didn't we?
It was, middle of the lane. Ethan Owens, I believe.
Yeah, they'll have to figure out how much time is on the clock. It's showing zeros now. I'm not sure anybody heard the whistle out there, but the officials will confer as the teams head for the huddle. 63-60 is the score. And depending on what they decide here, looks like it looked like that Bryan Station would have some free throws coming.
I believe they will.
Now they're trying to figure out the time. Piana with the foul. So 2 free throws coming. I think it's Ethan Owens.
If he can hit that first one, miss the second one, and then Adams or Roberts needs to tip it in.
Yep, they've got a chance. There is a formula.
That's a formula. That's the only one you got at this point.
And now Frederick Douglass will take its timeout. And Ethan Owens will have to head over to the huddle. He was 2 for 2 coming into tonight's game from the free throw line. Had not been there much at all, of course.
And then
just 2 for 2, and then 1 for 3 tonight.
You know, Keith, in this situation, if he misses the first one, it probably bodes well that you just take rebounders from Douglas and move them down here. And if he misses the next one, if somebody tips it in, it's nothing. The clock runs out.
Yeah.
But if not, you leave somebody there and he gets fouled.
Well,
you just take any of the risk away.
Yeah, they've decided to put 0.4 seconds.
Okay.
So they don't have time to catch it and make a pass out to a three-point shooter.
It's got to be a tip. So if he misses the first one, if I'm Douglas, I'd probably get out of there.
And the first one does not bounce in.
Or just stand still.
Leaves the score at 63-60.
Just let him go rebound it.
Second shot off the rim, and Roberts puts it up at the buzzer, and that will be it. Douglas has come from behind to win it. A great shot by DeMarcus Surratt to tie it in regulation, and the Broncos go on to win in overtime by a score of 63-60 over Bryan Station in a great game here at Frederick Douglass High School tonight. We will begin our post-game report in just a moment on Glycod.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Your road to safe, confident driving starts at Apex Driving School. Apex is family-owned and operated, offering teen and adult driving lessons given by state-certified instructors. They also provide a wide range of services, including classroom instruction, freeway interstate driving, and road test prep. Register today. Apex Driving School, where learning to drive feels like family.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit CartownKiaUSA.com.
63-60 our final. Frederick Douglass wins it here on their home court over Bryan Station in an overtime game, and Tim, just they used to call them instant classics, some of the ESPN broadcasts, and in terms of high school basketball in mid-January, this I think would qualify because these two teams really went at each other and battled back and forth throughout the ball game, and looked like Bryan Station just about had it sealed, and then DeMarcus Surratt, a big shot to tie it and send it to overtime, and the Broncos come away with the win. But it was, I'm sure the Bryan Station folks obviously are going to be disappointed, but this was a great ball game.
Yeah, really, I mean, really good execution really by both teams because, like I say, Bryan Station had the coffin shut. They just left one nail out.
Yeah.
Surratt just put it on his back, and it's one of those things too. Did anybody question who that was going to go to?
Yeah.
We knew exactly who was going to get it.
Sure did.
Bryan Station knew exactly who was going to get it, and he went down, made a big play, put his team into overtime. They took control of it, and it's instant classic. People that were here tonight be like, I remember that game. Bryan Station, Douglas, and Keith Elkins and Tim Glenn were calling. That's what to say.
I'm not sure how high on the list that'll be.
That won't be real high, probably.
But they will remember a great ball game, and we saw a couple of outstanding players too in DeMarcus Surratt and Amari Owens, and Amari fouled out there with a couple of minutes to go in the overtime, just over 2 minutes to go in the overtime, and of course that was big as Bryan Station had to come up with some late points to try to tie it or capture the victory there at the end, and he's a guy that they of course need to have on the floor all the time, and especially in those pressure moments. But that's the way the game played out, and it's a big win for Frederick Douglass, and their fans are excited. They were excited throughout the ball game, and of course a good crowd here from Bryan Station as well. And DeMarcus Surratt, a big ball game tonight for Frederick Douglass. We don't have the official totals, but unofficially 17, 18, 19, 22. Count them up here for just a second. Excuse my math, but I got him about 24 unofficially, and of course the big three at the end of regulation that tied that game, and he had struggled a little bit by his standards anyway in the second half, but yet, as you said, they were going to go to him, and he really responded, knew what he wanted to do, and knew he had enough time to do it, and got that big three-point field goal in at the end of regulation.
I do think his struggle, it was attributed to Adams and the defense that he provided. I thought he just did a great job on him. He had the ball deep in the paint right at the goal quite a few times, but just was denied because of Adams' length and his positioning. So, again, that was, I think, helped Bryan Station take that lead. And then afterwards, they're able, again, we said it the whole time. It was who was going to get this little run and this little run and this little run, and the run at the end is the one that won it. So.
Well, it is a victory for Frederick Douglass tonight, 63-60. The Broncos win it over Bryan Station. We've got a lot more to come, and we hope to get a word with the winning coach tonight, Murray Garvin of Frederick Douglass, and we'll effort that as we move along here, and also bring you the most outstanding players of the game a little bit later in our post-game report. Well, let's take a break now, and we'll come back to Frederick Douglass High School in just a moment on Glycod.
No one college can be all things to all people, but Bluegrass Community and Technical College is as close as it gets. We're affordable, like you've got a great chance to graduate with little to no debt. Affordable, flexible, with in-person, online, and hybrid programs. And you can easily transfer your credits to continue on to a 4-year university. So while we can't be everything to everyone, we can be a lot of things to you. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Take the short drive to satisfaction with the Tim Short Auto Group. Up to 5,000 vehicles to choose from. Shop online or in person.
Hey, I'm Tim Short. I'd just like to invite everybody out to one of our 27 locations, or check us out online at timshortautogroup.com.
Take the short drive to satisfaction and bring home your new vehicle.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
We all want our kids to grow up safe and healthy, so we show them how, and we tell them with honest conversations that let them know what we expect. That's especially important when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. Kids need to know the dangers and how to avoid them. And when it comes to pain medications, opioids, they need to know that they should never be taken without a prescription and never shared with friends or family. It's dangerous and illegal. So talk with your kids, because when you talk, they hear you.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School following a dramatic 63-60 win in overtime for the Frederick Douglass Broncos over Bryan Station tonight. And we saw a great ball game between two great teams and two very outstanding players that are going to go on and play college basketball. Amari Owens from Bryan Station and DeMarcus Surratt from Frederick Douglass. Let's go with our most outstanding players tonight as we continue in our post-game report. The most outstanding players are built by Carpenters Local 1650. Build your next chapter. And our most outstanding player for Bryan Station is Amari Owens, unofficially 19 points for him tonight, and doing his thing where he drives to the basket. He's hard to stop once he gets going, and he has a nice touch from outside as well. And so he had the outstanding player honor for Bryan Station tonight. And for Douglass, unofficially, DeMarcus Surratt with 24 points. He's our outstanding player for the Broncos tonight, and he hit the big three-pointer at the end of regulation to tie the ball game. And we are going to get a chance to have a word with Coach Murray Garvin. Let's take a quick break first, and we'll be with Coach Garvin right after this on Glycod.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Sports have influenced my life in a tremendous way. I'm able to see all these new opportunities and meet all these great new people. My interests outside of basketball are trying to relax and hang out with my friends and explore Louisville itself.
I know I'm more successful because of the positive choices I've made and actions I've taken.
My name is Kanai Roots, and I'm better without it.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
Back at Frederick Douglass High School, Keith Elkins along with Tim Glenn and winning coach Murray Garvin has joined us now following his team's 63-60 overtime win over Bryan Station tonight. I'm going to ask you your impressions of the game, but I do have to ask you why you're carrying a baseball bat right now. What is there some significance there?
I got a Louisville Slugger tonight because I told them that I want them to hit singles. I don't want home run plays. I want to hit singles, and it's going to be a slow grind basketball game. And sometimes we get enamored with the home run. And really, Wade Boggs, Don Mattingly, Ichiro, they moved their team around by just getting singles, man. And I just wanted us to focus on the little plays tonight.
Well, now there was a time when you did need a triple, and that was at the end of the game, and DeMarcus Surratt got that for you, and that was a huge shot by a great athlete that has done so many great things for you. But tell me about that last sequence in regulation that allowed you to tie the game and get into overtime.
Well, the play before that, we had a timeout, and we talked about they couldn't win the game on the free throw, that we were going to still have an opportunity. And if it's under, we do time and score and situation basketball in practice, and tonight it played a factor. The layup early that made it a 2-point game or a 1-point game, they go down, hit 2 free throws, and now we had to shoot the 3 in that situation. I wouldn't want the ball in any other person's hands. DeMarcus has been a staple of this program for the last 3 years. He leads us in practice. He leads us in games. He leads us in the locker room. And if we're going to have a game-winning shot, it's going to go through either him or Tate Robinson. And I don't care who's watching this. Those 2 guys are my finishers, and tonight he finished the game.
Well, I noticed right there in the overtime, he had Adams, great defender. He's on Surratt. He had to take care of the basketball, and it was a situation where they're probably going to trap him. He put the ball in Robinson's hands, let him keep it, dictate it. When they trapped him, he got rid of it, and y'all got to the line that way. So I said that's probably a good move. I know he's a good free throw shooter as well. And again, it's good to have some people you can trust in those times at the closing of a game.
The name of the game, sometimes coaching gets overrated. It's players.
Yeah.
You got to have players that have that type of poise and that championship mindset when things get tight. And I thought our guys did a good job of responding to a very adverse situation. Being down 3 at home with this atmosphere tonight was incredible. And I give credit to Champ and his bunch at Bryan Station. Every time we play, it comes down to usually one possession. And tonight we were on the better end of that.
There were some stretches in the game. We saw teams scoring a little bit in transition, but it seemed like a lot of times every basket had to be battled for. It took a real effort on every possession tonight. Is that the way you saw it?
Yeah, that's the way we expected it to be. I really wanted to keep Amari Owens out of transition. He's one of the most dynamic players in transition. And in return, I believe Coach Ligon wanted to keep DeMarcus Surratt out of transition. So it become a half-court game. That's 2 games in a row that have been half-court basketball for us. Games like this in mid-January prepare you for March and late February. And I thought the game Saturday helped us be prepared for this on Tuesday.
Yeah, you guys I thought really dictated some runs for yourself by your defense, just because I thought you did a good job of mixing some things up. That when you got a team that's a transition-based team, there is times because you guys like to run as well.
Right.
So I thought you did a really good job. You had to be proud of the way they executed. I love the little curl that you guys ran with Cohen. Cohen would feed Robinson off that curl, and I mean, man, it was just you got to have some execution plays like that to just bring you through the transition.
Absolutely, and that play we thought the defender was too small to guard Tate, and I don't say that as an insult.
No,
it was a matchup.
We said it on here.
Right,
we mentioned that
it was a matchup that we wanted to exploit, and we did a good job of going to it. And I learned this from Bobby Crimmins. There was a game I was coaching against Bobby Crimmins, and he ran the same play 5 times, Tim.
Yeah.
And during the summer, I ran into Coach Crimmins, and I said, Coach, you ran that play 5 times. He said, y'all didn't stop it. Yeah. So sometimes as a coach, we can try to be all fancy, and you just got to find something that'll get you a bucket. And if the team doesn't stop it, keep running it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
My daddy said.
Absolutely.
DeMarcus came through with the big shot there at the end for a while in the second half. We mentioned that people had to battle for baskets, but he and Amari, too, for that matter, even though they're the players that their teams look to. He did not seem to show any frustration or anything when maybe things weren't going quite as well for him as they were very early in the ball game. That's an important quality for your star player to have, isn't it?
Yeah, again, he's a leader. I didn't know when things weren't going well. He finished with 31 tonight, and he led us in everything, and I think he sold a hot dog at halftime.
Yeah.
He may have.
I'd have bought another one.
Yeah. I was referring early in the second half. Of course, he was off to such a quick start in the game, too. But, yes, he keeps his head about him and then, of course, delivered the big shot for you. Well, now how do you take this momentum and build on it? This is a great win.
This is the toughest district to me, in this area, maybe comparable to anything in Louisville or anywhere else. We got to go to Scott County on Friday. I know that Coach Woods is going to have his guys chomping at the bit, ready to play us. But that's a part of wearing the Douglas uniform. You're going to get people's best shots. We got to get back in here. We got to get better in practice. Just get 1% better every day, Keith. That's what we preach and teach, and we got to be ready to play on Friday.
Well, we wish you the best, and congratulations on a great win tonight. It was, as an observer, it's fun to watch. I'm sure for the coaches it's a little bit more stressful than that, but these fans had a great time, and as I said before, the Bryan Station fans will be disappointed tonight, but this was an excellent game between two excellent teams.
Well, thank you, and would you all say this might be the biggest rivalry in Central Kentucky?
Well, it's hard to argue with it if you were here tonight.
You got to be here in Central Kentucky, and Coach, put that bat up, keep telling them singles. I said the same thing over and over and over. No home runs, boys. Throw them singles. You'll still score runs.
Absolutely.
All right.
Thank you guys for what you do for Central Kentucky sports. And anything I can do to help, I'm always available.
Well, we appreciate that, and congratulations again, Coach Murray Garvin. His team got an overtime victory, 63-60 tonight over Bryan Station. And, Scott, do we want to take one more break here and then come back and wrap things up? Can we do that? Okay, let's do that. We'll take one more break and come back and wrap things up from Frederick Douglass High School in just a moment on Glycod.
Stuck on the road? Call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
Listen up. In a world overwhelmed by noise, we live life on simpler terms. Our terms. No agendas, no drama. Our road, our rules. Let's ride.
Can one college be all things to all people? Bluegrass Community and Technical College can. Learn more at bluegrass.kctcs.edu.
Sports have influenced my life in a tremendous way. I'm able to see all these new opportunities and meet all these great new people. My interests outside of basketball are trying to relax and hang out with my friends and explore Louisville itself.
I know I'm more successful because of the positive choices I've made and actions I've taken.
My name is Kanai Roots, and I'm better without it.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball on Glycod.
We are back at Frederick Douglass High School, back to wrap things up as we call it a night after a really great basketball game this evening. And Tim, before we do wrap it up and look at next week's schedule, I'll ask you just for your final thoughts on this one.
It's a great 40-second game that will show, kind of show the future, what that tournament's going to look like. You know, still got some other pieces within there, but these are two of probably the top in the 42nd. If not, you know, I talked with Jared Peck with the Herald Leader tonight. He sat up here with us, and he said, you know, these are two of the best teams right here in Central Kentucky right now, and said it's just a great district matchup, and we were blessed to have been here and been able to watch it.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight. Coming up on Glycod, more exciting high school basketball action brought to you by New Vista. They see the good ahead. Upcoming games this week on Glycod, 6 o'clock on January the 16th. We'll have a girls and boys doubleheader. Henry Clay at Bryan Station. That's Friday night. And also a 7:30 start for Shelby County at Woodford County, a boys game. And then a week from tonight, 7:30 p.m. start for Henry Clay at Douglas, right here at Frederick Douglass High School, where we had a great evening of basketball tonight. And for producer Scott Moore and for our camera operator Leslie Moore, and for Tim Glenn, I'm Keith Elkins. Again, the final scores tonight in the girls' game, it was Douglas over Bryan Station 73-37, and in a thriller in the nightcap, the Frederick Douglass boys won in overtime over Bryan Station by a score of 63-60. Thanks very much for watching, and good night from Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Basketball, presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. College for your world. Tonight's game was brought to you by Man O' War Harley-Davidson, 100% Kentucky owned and operated. New Vista, we see the good ahead. Tim Short Auto Plaza, take the short drive to satisfaction. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, where you'll find top quality products for your home. Cartown Kia, movement that inspires. Carpenter's Local 1650, build your winning career today. And by Suntime Pools and Spas and Apex Driving School.
Visit Glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.